The only rock alternative 89X. It is Jay Hudson. Got a special guest on the phone here with us, Zacky Vengeance from Avenged Sevenfold. What's going on, man?
Nothing much, man. Just hanging out. We got 4 for 4 sellouts. It's been awesome. So it's amazing so far.
Well, hopefully we can continue that this Friday, November 9th, down at the Fillmore, because you guys are coming through the Motor City here.
Oh, we're so excited, man. Detroit's been so great to us, and we're really excited to get back up there.
So let's talk about the brand new album, self-titled, your fourth studio album, available right now. It's in stores. For anybody that may not have the album yet, can we hear anything different this time around with you guys?
Oh, absolutely, man. With every one of our albums, we have such. We try to make every album, completely unique, but always maintain what makes us Avenged Sevenfold. So with this one, we tried out some stuff where we tried new methods of getting heavy. Instead of just trying to make the guitar sound as distorted as possible and stuff. We actually took some tricks, so, you might hear it, and not to scare our fans, but like a hip-hop concert where you just sub-bass, and it hits so hard that, like, when you're in the concert, you feel it rumble in your stomach. And we incorporated some of that, so it's just an album that we made for you to play loud on a stereo, and just bump it. And then there's also times where we take a full orchestra, with woodwinds and violins and different percussion, just tons of different instruments that we've never used, like, pedal steel guitars. There's a banjo in one song, but the whole time it still maintains, heaviness and very diverse, eclectic album.
Yeah, I was reading that you guys are all fans of hip-hop, and not just so much hip-hop, but the production that goes into hip-hop, and you were really trying to aim at making this sound way bigger than any record you guys have ever done before. And personally, I really think you guys accomplished that. I mean, it sounds a lot more fuller, and the production quality is just great this time around.
Well, thank you very much, man. I really appreciate that. We really aim to make this thing sonically. A lot of bands put out albums, and, they record them and have a producer tell them what to do, and we really love a classic, unique-sounding album,
Right.
Pantera album, it's a Pantera album because they're just so unique, and we can't go and make those albums. Those were magical and in their own time, so we wanted to do it ourselves. It really hits hard,
I had some people in town this past weekend, and it was like the soundtrack to the weekend. It did not leave the CD player in my truck from Saturday and Sunday nonstop.
That's awesome. That's great to hear,
Track 4 and track 8, 6 songs.
Thank you very much, man. Those are a couple of my favorites, too. We've been playing it live on this tour, and the response has just been phenomenal.
One thing I did notice about the new album, too, as well, Zacky, is the artwork. Do you guys team up with someone on this, or you guys do that yourself? Because the drawings inside there are awesome, man. I love them.
I hate to, toot my own horn, but I come up with all the concepts, and we have a great artist who, I can visualize everything in my head. Unfortunately, I'm not a very great artist when it comes to laying it down on paper. But I came up with these concepts that when I listen to songs, how they made me feel and how I wanted to portray them. And, I met with the artist who's worked on our last album and does a lot of, merchandise stuff for us. And I really sat there and I gave him ideas, very descriptive, and I tell him exactly what I was feeling to be sung. And, he'd send me like a rough sketch, and I'd either tell him, no, sorry, it's not the right direction, let's try something else. But I kind of guided him through. So it's, it's all of our vision. When you're competing against a million other bands on the planet, no matter how big our band gets, it's always very real. Everything comes from us. It's not just trying to capitalize on these kids next. They really, truly love what we do, so we give them everything we have. So.
No, absolutely. And one thing you got to do is tell Shadows and Gates to stop working out so much, man. I think I'm going to see them like in Flex magazine soon. Those guys are huge.
Oh, man, I know. You gotta watch out for Johnny Christ, too. He's coming up.
Oh, he's coming up, too?
He's going to be the shortest buff guy you've ever seen.
They're passing around the creatine, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Now, yourself, Zacky, being a guitar player, you guys always used to have some cool influences. Throughout the years, who have you really been into as far as guitar playing?
Oh, man. I'm really into, like, John Frusciante from the Red Hot Chili Peppers, just because his style is so, like, unique, and so he plays so clean and stuff, and comes up with such great, melodies. I mean, a lot of the stuff that he plays sounds so simple, but when you actually get your hands on a guitar and try and do it, it's really, really a hard thing to do. Especially, it's actually impossible to play any of his stuff with as much feel as he does, so I respect that a lot. Tony Iommi from Black Sabbath, I always got to give props to left-handed guitarists. That's kind of what changed my life. So.
Now, as far as bands and like it's hip hop artist bands, what are you digging yourself nowadays?
Well, there's actually a lot of cool stuff that's out right now. As far as hip hop, I picked up the new Kanye West album. You know, I think everyone in the world did. There's actually a song called "Piece of Me" from the new Britney Spears album. It's that we're up against this week for first week sales.
Yeah.
And the song "Piece of Me" from her is unbelievable. It's really an incredible song. You know, so she may very well be making her comeback. You know.
Right. As far as Britney's case, that just goes to show when you get a good producer, they can work wonders.
Yeah, exactly. And that, that's exactly, and it goes to show, more important than all the image and all the bull crap that goes along with any of that.
Yeah.
Music will always speak for itself.
We're talking with Zacky Vengeance, rhythm guitarist for the band Avenged Sevenfold. Man, we're looking forward to the show this Friday down at the Fillmore. Any surprises you got up your sleeve? Is it going to be the same kick-ass, high-energy show? You guys got any surprises this time around?
Oh, man, we're kind of coming at this tour with an angle that we've never really done. Instead of just having the fans, kind of sit back and watch what we want them to see, we're kind of playing a little more loosely and letting the fans interact a little bit more and just having fun. This is our chance to reconnect with our fans after, being gone for, almost a year and a half. Definitely something that if you get a chance to be a part of, you'll be talking about to your kids someday, I think.
Well, Zacky, once again, congratulations on all the success with the new album. We look forward to seeing you this Friday down at the Fillmore.
Cool, man. Thank you very much.